Hello, Phoenix Risers. Happy full moon in Sag tonight. Happy full strawberry moon in Sag tonight. Actually, I'm not sure if it's considered tonight or tomorrow, really. I guess it's the peak will be at like 2 a.m. or something like that. But here you get me again. You had me just a couple of days ago, and now you get to see me, get to see my lovely face again. So I thought I'd come on and discuss this full moon with you guys in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and we just had Jupiter move into Cancer as of today. We're still in Gemini season. So with these planetary energies going on, and I kind of mentioned it in my last video. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you go and watch it. Check it out. But with Jupiter in Cancer, Cancer is very nurturing. It's a very it's a divine feminine sign. It's the mother archetype, and it's very nurturing and homey and loving and having to do with relationships and nurturing relationships. And then with um, our full moon in Sag, which is ruled by Jupiter, um, think expansion in all of these areas having to do with relationships. So communications, thought processes, how you think, your ideologies in regards to your relationships, um, and really needing to take a deeper look, needing to take a deeper look at um, your some relationship aspects, in order to refine it and create deeper bonds. It's a great opportunity to create um, deeper bonds and call in your soul tribe, your soul family, and communicate openly and boldly and unapologetically, express your ideas, remove masks are going to fall off. Sagittarius is known for um, being very I want to say candid, but that's not the word I'm looking for. um, the word I'm looking for is um I don't know, it'll come to me. But they're known for being very blunt, just speaking their mind and speaking their truth and being blunt about it, sometimes to the point where it could come across as being rude, but it's often not. It's just that's how it comes across. It's just honest. So um Sagittarius can often offend people inadvertently because of that. But and they have some crazy aspects too, but we won't get into that. We'll wait until we get into the actual Sagittarius season before we have some fun with that. But expect growth, maturity in your relationships, where if you're maybe newer in your relationship, you can expect it to either have an opportunity to go to the next level, or let it go. Or let it go. It could go either way. So let's see, what else. What did I write down? There's actually five things. Okay, so feel deeply, structure wisely, speak truthfully. No, that's yesterday's. So with this lunation, think seeking truth and communicating with the purpose in order to gain truths. Sagittarius has a lot to do with spiritual um, wisdom, and they're often considered pretty philosophical and discuss ideas, religious ideas, dogmas, and just on a deeper level, discussing beliefs and values and the things that are important to you in a relationship, the foundational aspects of it that give a relationship its strength, its foundation, its um, platform to build on, to build from, if it's going to be built into anything substantial or lasting, or with any depth or seriousness to it. So if it's going to survive the storm, you got to have a strong, healthy foundation. So it's good to be able to communicate with your partner these philosophical things, these morals and values, things that are important to you, that you bring to the relationship or expect to get out of a relationship, and vice versa. Boundaries, mutual respect, or not mutual respect, but things that um, invite mutual respect. So really getting clear on that, where you stand in your relationship. Some relationships may be getting taken to the next level, some may be ending, some may be rebuilding and starting from the ground up because it had a tower moment, or because it was built on a faulty foundation or something like that. So, okay. Sorry, I have nosy neighbors. Um, with the full moon in Sag, it promotes adventure, excitement, travel, exploration. Sagittarius are always on the go. They're a fire sign too, so they've got a lot of energy, boundless energy. It's the oldest of the fire signs, so again, they offer the spiritual wisdom of the fire signs of the bunch, but they love to explore and learn and grow and discuss. So it is, like I said, it is a good time to discuss philosophical ideas and your values, and what's important to you. Also, it's important to you may feel called to dissolve some of these inner barriers, or things that you perceive as fearful, scary, and holding you back. Where are you holding yourself back from expanding and growing and moving forward, and not keeping yourself stuck? So where are some areas where you can dissolve these barriers or fears that you may be experiencing? It's really a good time to release some of these things, these self-limiting beliefs, um, holding you back. What else? What else? Philosophical insight, growth, encourage exploration, share your truths, travel, learning, inner discovery, um, removing masks, hidden truths, dissolve inner barriers. You may have some light bulb moments or some aha moments where it's like just a shift in perception that just changes everything for you, and you're able to all of a sudden have answers to problems, or um, it's no something may no longer be an issue anymore because you've had an aha moment, or a self-revelation, or you've realized, hey, that's not mine to hold on to. Why am I holding on to that? I should just let it go. It's not mine anyway. Or hey, who left this energetic mess? It's not mine to clean up. Let's just scoot it out the door. Close the door tightly and lock it. What am I talking about? I don't know. Okay. So anyway, I won't spend a whole lot of time. In fact, I don't want to spend a lot of time on recording tonight anyway. Um, Especially so closely to the last video. But I did want to pull some cards for you guys and address this full moon. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull some tarot for you guys, get some messages from Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And of course, because it's a full moon, we're going to use our moon decks. We're going to pull from Moonology. See what we can get from there. Black Moon Astrology. And I think that's it. I may, depending on, we'll see what comes out, but I may end you with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. We'll see. So, for starters, let's pull some tarot. Let's see what you guys really need to release. What I'm having the most difficulties tonight. Oh my gosh. Luckily though, this whole thing didn't just fall. Half the deck just fell into my lap. Luckily it didn't fall onto the floor. But we're gonna see what energies are working with you guys to your advantage. What chakra needs work, needs some focus. Also, I don't know if you have any moon rituals going on tonight, and I didn't prepare anything for you. However, it would be a good night to do fire rituals, especially with the full moon being in a fire sign. So maybe some fire gazing, get real intentional with whatever color candle you use. Right now I'm using red because of the root chakra and higher heart. I'm also wearing my heart chakra shirt. You can see it. It's got red and green, which are heart chakra colors, and it's got this giant heart. It's my heart chakra shirt. All right, I think that's good. Let's move the energy. Let's see what spirit has for you guys. What chakras you need to work on. What energies you're working through. Needing to release. Full moons are about releasing. What energies are working to your advantage. Cool. Anything else? Thank you, spirit. All right, we'll take it. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. First card and only major arcana, Hermit. Number 9, Virgo. Oh, also with this lunation, the signs that are going to be affected the most are Virgo, Sag, and Gemini. So, FYI. The Hermit, which makes sense that the Hermit would come out since this lunation is going to affect Virgo most. You also got the Six of Swords, which is about moving away, walking away from something. Mental, letting go of the need to control, the need to know everything. It's really needing to trust, have faith, and trust your intuition. Swords are mental. It's all about your thoughts, thought processes, and how you perceive. And swords is about moving in a direction toward or away from something. You also have the Three of Cups, which is a card of celebration. It's also, to me, spirit. We'll get into it. I'm just showing you guys what cards came out, but we'll get into like the meaning and what the message actually is. You also got the Eight of Swords, mental prison, trapped in your head, and then the Princess of Swords. And then at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. and the Emperor. Fire and water again, I swear. Okay, so with the Hermit here, it's you guys are really being asked to look inward, to go within and look inward, look at those, you know, we were discussing values and philosophy, belief systems, what's important to you, what you value, what you believe. And you know, you may need to go deep, dig deep and go within to and shine the light. The Hermit has his light, you know, of the star, shine the light down there and get clear on what it is that you do value and what is important to you. And in order to create boundaries and call in, manifest what you want to bring in and let go of what you need to let go of to make space for those things. So the Hermit is inviting you to go within in order to do that. um, Six of Swords is really getting, oh, then this yellow, this is very um, solar plexus energy. So clearing your, maybe focusing on clearing your solar plexus and tapping into your creativity. With the Princess of Swords here, this is a card of, you know, it's the spy of the tarot, but but the Princess of Swords is also a student. She's curious, inquisitive, nosy as fuck, nosy AF, but very inquisitive and learning. And this could mean taking up a new skill or researching something, learning something, um, learning about, I don't know, maybe philosophy or something that sparks your interest and can help feed your soul and um, add to that expansiveness. It's green, so it's going to be a heart chakra area, expanding your heart chakra space. And um, really, really, that's how you get clear too on what it is that you're interested in and what it is that you want to, by opening up your heart space and knowing what it is that you do want or wanting to attract or magnetize to you. Six of Swords, really getting mentally clear and moving into a direction with mental clarity. So really letting go of self-limiting beliefs, fears, anything anything really that no longer serves you. If it doesn't benefit you, if it doesn't build you up or benefit you, then let it go. If it's tearing you down or keeping you stuck or keeping you afraid, keeping you small, keeping you stagnant, then let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let the BS go. The cold never bothered me anyway. Swords can be kind of cold. We got a lot of swords here too. I feel like we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is really about being in a mental prison of your own making, really needing to get out of your head, maybe get out of your head and into your heart. This is red, so root chakra. Get really grounded in order to get out of your head. Oftentimes, it's because of the upper chakras that are open. It could be an imbalance of chakras and having a more open upper chakras like your crown and your third eye, and then an imbalance in your lower chakras. So you feel kind of spacey or airheaded or unbalanced, ungrounded. So really needing to ground yourself in order to anchor in some of these um, energies coming in through your higher chakras that are feeding your intuition. So really needing to get grounded. And get out of your head, get out of your headspace. This is a card of overthinking, analysis paralysis, also um, yeah, like a mental prison. If you could just picture a mental trap, a mental prison, and really needing to shift up your perspective and get out of your head into your heart in order to um, get that clarity, get that mental clarity. Sometimes, if you're too much in your head and overthinking, then you're creating blockages that are actually preventing the information coming to you through downloads or from your inner guidance. So, Three of Cups is about card of celebration and having fun and camaraderie, communicating, um, getting together with friends and having a good time, really having fun. And we talked about it before, about this time really being a time to needing to balance out your work life balance and have fun, and um, feed creative projects and interests that are going to promote fun and encourage your inner child to come out and what you want to do, because you the more you can bring out your inner child, the more it can connect with your higher self. This is also solar plexus energy, Leo energy. Well, it's water, it's cups, but when I think of the inner child, when I think of the solar plexus, I think of fifth house, Leo type energy. So that this is giving off that vibe. Also, Three of Cups is again, it's my spirit card. This is like your spirit team, your spirit guides that are with you in helping you throughout your day, throughout your life, throughout this whole time. So don't forget to call on your guidance, ask for help, ask for guidance, ask questions, and then really get quiet and listen for the answer. If that means meditating, going within to and really get quiet to sit with your question, and the answer will come to you. It's just a matter of being patient and quiet and trusting that it'll come to you. So, spirit team. We also have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very loving and nurturing and discerning as well. She's got this, well, maybe not on this one, but in the traditional Rider Waite, she's got a huge cup filled with emotions and all the good things, all of her good loving attributes or offerings to give. But there's a lid on it, and it's because she's discerning. Not everybody is welcome to this cup of love, this cup of greatness. There's a lid on it, and she's discerning of who gets her time, her energy, um, and her love, her time, her energy, and her love. And you should be discerning as well. Um, not everybody is for you. Not everybody's your friend. Not everybody's for you. Let go of people pleasing. Remove the masks and let go of people pleasing. It's not serving you, and it's not beneficial for either party. Actually, you're enabling the other party, and you're doing a disservice to yourself. So people pleasing really isn't a habit that's to your benefit. It's a habit to let go. um I don't know if this is indigo or violet. Usually it's hard for me to tell unless I hold them to each other. Oh, okay, so this is violet. So this is crown chakra. So really, which makes sense since it's cups. Crown chakra, really needing to clear your crown chakra and listen to your intuition and your inner guidance. We also have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. So here we have water, fire, and water again. Both of these are upper chakras, crown chakras. The Queen of Wands is magical. She's confident. She knows her magic. She's magnetic. She's fiery, bold, confident, and so I feel like with this Queen of Wands here, it's really inviting you to tap into your magic, tap into that bold, fiery energy, and work with it. Use it to your advantage, especially in this with this fiery moon lunation in Sag. It's like um, really, really inviting you to step out of your comfort zone and shine and be bold. So that's what we have for our tarot. Let's get into some moon. Let's get into some oracle. See if we can. I haven't used this black moon astrology deck in quite a while. Let's see if we can get some timing or what comes out for you guys in here. Thank you, Spirit. What message do we have for the collective during this full moon in Sag? What advice do we have for the collective for their highest good? Thank you. There we go. Grand Cross Provoker 47, which reduces to an 11. Master number 11. Master Intuitive. We'll read it though. Anything else? Gosh, I hate when I bump the camera. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Grand Cross Provoker, South Node, and Scorpio. Okay, we got 3 cards for you. We'll read them. Grand Cross Provoker 47 reduces to 11. And all of these ones correspond to a tarot. So let's see what this one is. Oh, look, and it's red and green. Ha ha ha. Look. Like my shirt. Matches my shirt. For my stills. All right, I'm done playing. I'm finding the thing number. I'm looking. 47. Can y'all hear that? My windows are open, and I'm on the 4th floor. They're so loud. All right, I'm done playing. Here we go. Grand Cross Provoker. And this is equivalent to the 9 of Wands in tarot. All right. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. The Grand Cross is an area of tension in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst for movement and change. Momentum. It's also a great time for momentum. A rare astrological configuration, the Grand Cross, also called the Grand Square, occurs when 4 planets form a perfect cross in the skies. These planets are around 90 degrees from each other, meaning there are 4 planetary squares, 90 degrees apart, and 2 planetary oppositions. Squares in the astrological chart cause tension and restriction. Oppositions, as well as seldom soft aspects. They come with the pressure to grow and the will to exceed any limitations put in one's path. But the Grand Cross is the most rare and intense of all. In mythology, this alignment represents the 4 directions. The Grand Cross, also called the Cosmic Cross, is symbolic of the 4 seasons, equinoxes, and solstices, as well as the quarter days, indicating a period of time when your life may seem at cross purposes. Usually, when a grand cross occurs, it indicates a crisis. Yet, through this calamity will be the painful process of growth, then renewal, and eventually a greater foundation for happiness and success. Strangely, it is almost as if the planetary energies are in competition with each other. Great. This may be a rather exasperating time where you feel provoked and frustrated over booby traps that seem to have been set in your way. It's as if everything is working at cross purposes. You feel pulled in many directions. Such false leads and failed plans may leave you unable to produce concrete achievements. An area to look at when the Grand Cross card comes up is how you communicate. Are you communicating as well as you should? Are you abandoning a worthy project the minute it loses its shine in an effort to capture a larger, glossier prize? But more simply, in your effort to accomplish more, are you juggling balls in the air? Do you notice as you juggle if you are stuck in the same spot that not much has been achieved? When this card presents itself in a reading, it suggests there are multiple talents you are able to access, as well as numerous paths you can take. Focus and organization are key. Until this matter phases out, expect resistance, since opposition is the main energy field of the Grand Cross. Once on track, the momentum toward the attainment of what you desire will be impossible to stop. It mainly has to do with the shifting of energy and switching into gear. So this reminds me, let me read you the key ideas. The key ideas first are pressure, discipline, frustration, growth, defenselessness, competition, victory. It's so amazing that this card came out, because I swear this describes perfectly to a T the energy, how I would explain the energy that I've been feeling and going through, especially in relationships, especially in my relationship. And it's almost frustrating. And you may feel, and this is advice for you all. I have my own advice, and I'm chill, I'm cool. i'm I'm surrendering, okay? But at this time, feel um you may feel like you want to manipulate and control to make things go in a direction that you want it to go. You may feel very tempted to do that, but I would highly recommend you don't. You refrain from trying to push or force anything, especially during this time, because you will be met with resistance. This is an energy that is meant for you to flow in order for it to um, be used to your advantage, and not as a challenge or a headache or a tower or a meltdown. Because when you're dealing with challenging, intense energies, it's easy to feel kind of anxious or frazzled, or like you need to move, you need to do something. You feel the energy, so you feel the momentum, and you want to do something. And you may feel frustrated because things aren't moving as quickly as you want or in the direction that you want, and you can't necessarily perceive a solution. Well, refrain, relax, settle down, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and ride the waves, because um, you don't want to force this. You don't want to force this energy. Okay, so next you got Scorpio. Transform, which is a 20, reduces to a 2, which is also an 11. So you got an 11, 11. You could be seeing 11, 11. 1111 could be significant. 11 is also a portal number. It's also in the tarot, the Four of Wands, which is community, connections, could be marriage, unity, celebration. But this is transformation. So this is Pluto. This is, I want to say the Tower, but let's see. I bet this is the Tower. Did we get the Tower, y'all? Aren't y'all sick of seeing the Tower? I know I am so sick of seeing the Tower. Okay, it's not Tower, it's Death. Death too. Death, Tower. It's transformational energy. Put your ear down close to your soul and listen hard. Acknowledging desire and surrendering yourself to the depths will serve you best at this time. That's what we just talked about. Isn't spirit consistent with their messages? um Scorpio is one of the most fascinating signs in the zodiac. It is ruled by Pluto, planet of gutters and extremes, and it is the sign of sex, money, and passion. It is a powerful sign. Scorpio's my rising sign, by the way. I claim it. Scorpios have a bad reputation for ruthless behavior, which is not deserved. Like the other water signs, Scorpio is emotional, but not in the sympathetic way of Cancer or Pisces. Also, too, Scorpio is the oldest, just like Sag is the oldest of the fire signs. Scorpio is the oldest of the water signs. I think so. Maybe that's not true. Don't quote me on that. It may be Pisces. Where are we? Scorpios have a bad reputation, pathetic way of Cancer or Pisces. When Scorpios enter a room, they don't have to say a word for the crowd to know. They can feel their energy, their depth, and their ability to understand others, all the while not revealing much about themselves, is profound. Scorpios inspire you to tell them your darkest secrets while revealing none of their own. When Scorpios feel deeply, they fear the loss of control and they will sting when threatened or cornered. Almost always, Scorpios will deliver the last hit. Scorpio does not roll over and play dead. They never forget a slight. People of this sign will make their mark even when they have to do it all alone. If the Scorpio card comes up when you're being tested, you may feel isolated and on your own, without much sympathy or help from others. If so, it's time to stand on your own and fight those forces gathered against you. You will likely win and come out much stronger and happier than before, but it's still an intense time. There's more to that, but I'm going to leave it at that because there's a lot to read with that. But it is a transformational time, and transformation doesn't always look pretty. I know, me being a Leo sun, um I don't like to look like I broke a nail or broke a sweat getting through life. So, I'll speak for myself. I typically like to go through my transformations in private and then reemerge anew. um so the point I'm trying to make with that is, though, is that it's not always a social, thing. A transformational process isn't pretty or fun or a socially acceptable. It's not a party. It's not a party. So, but it is something. It is rewarding. Look at it as energetic cleanup, energetic work for yourself, your own energy cleansing. Okay, 42, which is 6, which is the number of Gemini and the lovers. This is South Node, life's debts. South Node's very karmic, Saturn-ish. Life's debts, that's your karma. That's what we're cleaning up. That's what we're looking at. That's the stuff we don't want to see. But that's the stuff we have to look at in order to get to the good stuff. And Ten of Swords. Y'all, this is equivalent to the Ten of Swords. So we got Death and the Ten of Swords. If I see the Death and the Ten of Swords in one more reading, sick of it. Aren't y'all sick of it? Who's doing all this backstabbing? I think it's the divine feminine. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Don't listen to me. I said that because my boyfriend's a Virgo. Virgos are, even though he's a male, he's divine feminine because Virgos are feminine. And I'm a Leo, and Leos are masculine. So that's why I'm like, I blame the feminine. All right, let me get serious. Karma, when properly understood, is just the mechanics through which consciousness manifests. Deepak Chopra. The South Node represents a karmic point in our charts where certain matters must be discharged or cast off in order to develop and move on toward greater things. The Southern Lunar Node is called the Dragon's Tail. And this is where most past karma lies in the astrological chart. The South Node is the place where we are challenged and growth occurs through some kind of pain. At the same time, the South Node is realistic and is the area of the horoscope that shows how we can know and understand who we truly are. While the North Node opens doorways, the North Node is why you're here. It's your life path. So it's good to know your birth chart, where your North Node is on your astrological birth chart, and where your South Node is. It's good to know all these things so you can know what areas in life are going to affect you, how and when, and why. All right. While the North Node opens up doorways, the South Node represents karmic debts, which can make life circumstances hard, but neither the North Node nor the South Node are all good luck or bad luck. In fact, when it comes to the nodes, what will be given is what has been earned. There is no other way of getting there without the toil and the effort. The South Node is also a key to what has been left unfinished or unresolved in your life. What lies therein is what we bring from not only our childhoods, but our past lives. When the South Node card turns up in a reading, it is a turning point. It is a time of endings and beginnings. And it came up with death. So it's like all these cards that came out for us are in alignment with each other. Thank you, Spirit, for this cohesive message. Even if it isn't, even if it is some swords in the back. When the South Node card turns up, understand that there is something about the close that has been held in place for a long time. Familiar ways will end, ushering you forward in new ways and through different developments. You are ready to step out of the rut and align yourself with a higher vision. You may be evaluating certain aspects of your life to realize there is no longer any connection there and that it is time to move on. Be assured you will have a stronger foundation for your next venture. Doors slam, but in recognizing that what needs to end, it helps you to move on toward further maturity. A major turning point, this is a period to maximize the advantages of these changes. Difficult though they may seem now, you will want to leave your comfort zone and make as many new contacts as you possibly can. Even though the South Node is not as congenial as the North Node, they are still in balance, having things in common so that when you face resistance at a particular time, that is your South Node telling you, hey, over here, over here. This is a better way. blocks and obstacles, especially in this case, are letting you know you are not on your right or golden path. The South Node is all about being prepared for what comes next, and that means being experienced. There is no winging it at this time, or your plans may truly sink. Sometimes, when the South Node is activated, it will take several tries to get what you're after. You could receive an unexpected rejection, one you weren't looking for. You could even be asked to do extra tasks while working longer hours. The good news is, even though things are a bit tough at the current moment, it is still an advantageous time. You are about to hook up with people in your soul tribe. You are setting down a foundation for your future marvelous life. South Node card in brief: restrictions, challenge, inborn gifts, dramatic, sweeping change, door closing while others open, breaking free of fetters, psychic breaks that bring on full potential. So, you know, yeah, it's the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's the compost ground. Dude's lying dead on the ground with the swords in his back. But where there is death, there is opportunity for beginning, like the message suggests, and keeping a positive attitude, and keep in mind that you are co-creating with Spirit Source and your higher self. So you are co-creating your reality. So keeping that in mind, what reality do you want to create? Yes, you've been stabbed in the back. Yes, it hurts, but what are you going to do with that now? Where are you going to go, and how are you going to use that to your advantage? So that was our Black Moon Oracle. I think I'll get a message for you guys from we're 42 minutes in. We'll get one more message for you guys from our Moonology deck, and then we're going to call it a night. I feel like this message was kind of choppy, and I'm not editing, so I hope it resonates with somebody out of my audience of 2. All right, so we're using Moonology Manifestation Oracle. Thank you, Spirit. What message do we have for the collective at this time? What advice for their highest good? What message do you have for the collective? Thank you. It's quick. Scorpio again. Spirit is consistent tonight. Full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Yes, breathe through the tension. We also got Virgo. Full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. So we got 2 Virgo cards and a Scorpio card. So in our reading tonight, the energies that have come out strongly are Virgo and Scorpio, as well as air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, so let's see what this says. I may not read all of these either, but we'll see. Full moon in Scorpio, that's the one that came out first, so I'll read that one. Okay, here we go. Breathe through the tension. There's a strong sexual energy around you now. I wasn't expecting that. The good news is that sexual energy is very creative. After all, it leads to an act that creates humans. Creates humans. A tense situation could be about to boil over. So go carefully. Time spent outdoors will help you to calm your emotions as well as increasing your general well-being. You need to find a balance between your emotions and your sensual side. Don't deny this part of yourself. Use this energy to create what you want. Manifesting balance. Balance your ability to caress with your need to be caressed. Not spirit suggesting sexual healing, sensual healing. Okay, spirit. What are you saying to me, spirit? It said, it said, balance your ability to caress with your need to be caressed. All right, that's the first time I heard spirit get freaky. When we're emotionally overheated, we end up focusing on what we don't want rather than on what we do want. Bear that in mind now. Breathe. Again, that reminds me of what I just said, as far as keep in mind you are co-creating your reality. So what do you want to create? What do you want to bring in? Even when you're dealing with challenging energies, use those challenging energies to your advantage to bring in what you want. It's like working through the fear. It's like, yeah, you could be scared and but still do it. You could be scared to do something, but do it, and then you eliminate your fear. Okay, well, at least that's the ideal. Work through the fear. All right, full moon in Virgo. All right, here we go. Take inspired action. Also, before I read this one with that breathe, I really wasn't expecting it to say what it said. I really expected it to say, like, to connect with your breathing and your breath, meditate, focus on your breathing. But since it didn't, I'm going to reiterate that now because it is important during this time. Focus on your breathing. It's a really quick way to regulate your nervous system is to just take a deep breath in, count to 3 on the inhale, and then 3 on the exhale. Also, you can even hold your breath. So breathe in and hold it for as long as you can. Empty your thoughts as you're doing it. You can, or intentionally fill your thoughts with what you want. But the whole point is to focus your attention on your breathing in order to regulate your nervous system and come back to center, come back to 0 point. All right. Full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. Did I have this way up here? Take inspired action. This card is bursting with goddess energy and reminds you that while it's wonderful to have lofty dreams, you also need to ground those desires by taking inspired action. Communicate with the heavens, but take practical steps down here on earth. Draw down the energies of the divine by doing something as seemingly trivial as making a bullet point list of what you need to do to manifest your dreams into reality. Also, know that you're 100% worthy. You are 100% worthy of your dreams. Ditch self effacement, criticism, and second guessing yourself and others. Manifesting balance. Find a balance between dreaming big and being practical. Manifesting mindset. It's important to believe in our dreams, but we also need to take practical steps toward them. The energy of this card will help you to connect with that reality. So there's a fine line with this because when manifesting, um, and that's why it says inspired action. Take inspired action. So it's like you're not forcing anything. When you're actively or consciously manifesting and co-creating with spirit, it's really important that you're not forcing anything or pushing. You really want to stay within a fine rhythm, a fine flow. So um, breathing, paying attention to your breathing, and taking inspired action and letting go. Inspired action, let go. So that way you're not pushing too hard, because pushing too hard can create blocks and slow down your manifestation process. And then not taking any action at all can also halt your results as well. So there's that. And then I was holding on to the wrong one. Attend to the details. Okay, so attend to the details is the last one. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Interesting, we got 2 Virgo cards and another Scorpio card. I was trying to think of what the Ten of Swords is related to. I think it's also Scorpionic as well. I know death is in the Tower. I'm not sure about the Ten of Swords. I gotta look. Okay, here we go. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. It would be lovely to think that manifesting means just snapping your fingers and magically making everything better. However, there's more to it than that. Past worries, mean comments, self-doubt, and fears need to be dealt with before you can start to feel good. A tedious task may need to be taken care of before you can move forwards and make the magic happen. Worry slowed down your ability to make magic, so attend to the details. Then you can have fun. 9:33. Okay. Who doesn't want to just throw it all in and go on an adventure around the world? But who pays the bills? Manifesting mindset. Sometimes you have to do all the boring stuff first before you allow yourself the time you need to roam and enjoy. Clear tasks away. Manifesting magic. These crystals work especially well for the sign of Virgo. Unakite, bloodstone, blue apatite, amethyst, rutilated quartz, and lapis lazuli. Choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a vibrant indigo light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. Your manifestation affirmation: I am guided and protected by the divine. And that is all of our oracle. Do I want to pull one more? I'm going to pull one more for you guys from Queen of the Moon, and then we'll be done. I promise. I promise. Queen of the Moon. Spirit, one more message for the collective to send them on their way. Send them away. Send them on their way. What do we have? What do we have for the collective? One message. There we go. Anything else? Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Alright, well, we got one. Supermoon attraction 44, which is an 8. 44. I've been seeing 4s a lot. 444, 888. So you could be as well. Also 1111, 111, 11, 2s could be significant. All right, 44. Supermoon. Wow, is it really the last one? And it's the last card of the deck. Okay. Attraction. You can be magnetic to others and attract the good things in life. You can repel what you no longer wish to attract. Be ready for opportunity. Avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalance in your body or mind. Think of connections greater than yourself. I can attract what I wish and repel what I do not. So that brings me back to, that's perfect. That ends off perfectly and brings us full circle to our message in the beginning. You decide, you get clear on what it is that is important to you, what your values are, what's clear, what you want to bring in and what you want to get rid of, what you want to let go of. You decide all of those things. You curate and cultivate the life that you want. So, with that being said, and with you keeping that in mind, if you found that this message resonated, please, sorry, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Please feel free to comment and share how the message resonated. It helps me, it helps others, creates community within the chat, helps the message get out to other people who can benefit from this. So anyway, every little bit helps, and I hope this helped you, and come back for more next time. Thank you. Keep on rising. Bye.